bro. I never do that. Like it takes a lot for me to say, listen, it's time we part ways now.
May I ask why?
Bro, every single week, I want to do this peptide. I want to do that peptide. I want to do this gear. I want to do that gear. And I'd say, but why? Tell me, do you know what this does? Do you know what what we'd use it for? Why is it going to benefit you? Tell me what warrants you needing this. And I wouldn't let him do anything without blood work. Eventually I'd get that. I'm like, okay, starting them off, I'm like, we can do 250 tests. I'm happy with you doing 250 tests. Now he wants to go to increase and increase and increase. And I'll say, listen, like your gym performance is improving. You're gaining weight, no body fat. I don't see any, there's no reason to warrant you gaining more. And his reasoning behind it is because he sees my clients and how they look. I'm like, you haven't been training as long as them. You don't have the same genetics as them. You are not as adherent on your diet as them. Um, and you don't have the same genetic profile as them. So why are you comparing yourself to them? But every week it's something new he wants to add. And then eventually I'm like, okay, fuck it. We can increase. And now he wants to decrease. And now he wants to take human growth hormone. And I said, no, you do not need human growth hormone. Like, but I already bought it. So I'm wasting my money otherwise. And I said, okay, fuck. You know what? Take 2 units a evening. I've got just to do it. If it's going to make you happy and get you out of my ear, take it. So now he takes it. Now he wants to reduce the test because he's getting anxiety. Now he
I'm
wants to
assuming we
increase
aren't
it
live.
again. Now he wants
No.
now he wants to remove his growth hormone. Then he goes on holiday. I don't hear him for 2 weeks. He drops 4 kilos, drinks alcohol, and he tells me, yeah, no, and I want to, and I also added in this compound because of this reason. And I said, you know what? You've paid me till the end of September. I can either refund you right now and you can leave for the last month, or we can continue till the end of September and then we're finished. And then I'm start getting guilt trip. Oh, nice to know you don't like working with me. And I said, no, I don't.
So no, I don't.
I don't,
Yeah.
and I don't have to do it anymore. Like you get like those clients who will send you a check-in and you'll see the check-in and you just think, oh, now what do I have to deal with this day?
Yeah.
I don't
We all have
want
those,
to
bro.
have to go on my phone and have a client check in. I don't want to deal with those kinds of people. I don't want it in my life. I don't need it in my life. And I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders today, having him just to say goodbye. Like I don't care.
It's like muting people on
Other than
Instagram.
that, yeah, literally. Oh yeah, Chase taught me the whole muting technique. It's the most liberating thing. I
It's
must
so free.
have 200 people muted in the last month.
Well done to that, man. Well done. Matt, Chase, what's going on? How's it going your side?
Good
Nah,
thanks
good
to
to
you, bro.
yourself.
Just busy.
Myself too, man. Fucking it's no stop for me, bro. It's all gas and no brakes.
I was about to say, Tom, you've been up
You
and
have a
down a
gas
lot lately, bro.
I mean, what? Up.
Which
What do you
one?
mean up?
Huh?
Now, Chase is on the shit internet.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to say something.
No,
Yeah.
can't be me, bro. Hold on. I've got 100 meg line, bro. There's no ways it's me. Hold on.
100
On
meg.
your web browser
Run a
history, I
speed.
know
That's
Pornhub
cute.
takes up a lot of bandwidth.
That's fucking cute. 100 meg.
Bro. Yeah, listen, in South
Okay,
Africa,
UK
the
boy,
airwave's expensive.
calm
That's
down.
like fucking
I
1,000
don't live
rand
in
a
the
month.
UK. Fuck the UK, bro.
Ireland is UK, no?
No, it's
England,
not. The
Ireland,
north is the UK.
Commonwealth.
The south is a republic. It's part of the EU.
Okay, fuck EU boy.
Hang on, did you guys
Holy
see
shit,
that
where's my
Raw's coming
Wi-Fi?
to South Africa?
I did see.
No, you're joking.
It's exciting
Really?
stuff.
That's
Who's
cool.
bringing it in?
Who's bringing it?
I don't know who's bringing
I
it
don't
in,
know.
but there's also a chick at my gym who's bringing in bum.
There's a chick
Okay.
at your gym. That's a first.
Nice.
Must be charging a fortune for it though.
So you're gonna charge like
I don't
$3,000
know.
a whey protein.
I've tried bum whey before. It's quite nice.
Also,
Raw I've never had.
very nice.
I'm keen to try. I'm keen to try raw.
Yeah, that's all right. So Matt, what's going on? How's work going? What's happening on your side?
Not much. Just busy working on clients and trying to kill people at the same time that don't pay.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking
Just
hell.
be like me, man. 6 months or nothing.
This is South African island.
But even with the South African people too, I've also implemented it because it's like, oh, they join for like 3 months and then fuck off and whatnot like that. So I'm like, yeah, listen, right? I got 6-month contracts and that's it. That's all it is. Take it or leave it.
I charge 3 months up front. If you want to do one up front, it comes out at what? So I charge for 3 months up front, and if they want to pay 1 month up front, then it's about, how do I put this? And it's significantly more expensive if they want to just do 1 month up front. So 3 months, 3 months would cost them what the price of 1 month, and then another 1 month would cost them.
All right,
Okay.
that's not bad.
That's clever.
So everyone just pays 3.
That's
Yeah.
very clever, that.
It would make sense, yeah. Matt, what do you do? Just
Wait,
month to
say
month?
that again. Sorry, I missed that. I'm
tried
trying to
2
fix my
months up front.
fucking internet.
What's that?
No, I said, can Jono just repeat
I'll get
that?
you in
I
our
didn't
chase,
hear what he
Matt.
said. I'm trying to.
What is going on here?
Can Jonathan?
Repeat that. Sorry, I think my
Right.
Wi-Fi's ass, bro. Like, the
Chase, you're
speakers
sitting at
don't even fucking
10% on
load.
your internet. I can see that.
Bro, I don't actually know what's going on. Bro, this is 100 meg line. There's no one else on it right now. I'm next to the fucking router, and it's at 3 megs per second. Like my
It's
router,
a
bro,
100
I
meg
can
line,
throw
bro.
a
It's fucking
fucking
garbage, bro.
apple at it. Yeah, but it's M-Web, bro. That's 1,000 rand a month for
Yep.
that.
What?
Okay, that's climbing. It's up to 10. Maybe I should pray harder.
I pay
Oh, no,
the
fuck.
equivalent of 500 rand if you convert it for 1 gig line.
Chase, I
What?
thought you lived in Gordon, not Google too.
No, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
It seems longer as the location at the moment.
I'm still going to boot this up. Fix your internet, bro.
Fuck.
Dude, this is fucking ass.
Is Neil coming?
Well, while you try and figure your internet out, Matt, what do you charge month to month for your coaching?
No, I charge 2 up front.
Okay,
Online
cool.
training's 2 up front. If it's in person, it's different.
Okay. All right. And how's the training and everything going with you?
Oh, my training's good. I did legs today. Also did a lecture with the ETA college people today, which was quite cool.
That's interesting.
Taught them proper lifts and hypertrophy because they're learning different bases of different training styles. So they asked me to do a lecture for them today. So it was quite cool to actually do something like that.
Yeah. Do they pay you for it?
Yeah, $500 for an hour.
That's okay. That's fair.
That's not bad. I did 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick.
There you go, man. Well done.
Yeah. And you?
That's
What's happening there?
that's 1.5 vials of Prima.
Yeah. 100%. Or pre-workout.
Bro, I swear, fucking Jono lives in, he doesn't live with rands, bro. He lives per primos.
Literally.
Maybe he's
Primos
sponsored
per
by
month.
like a lad that we don't know about, guys.
Yeah, structure
Who knows?
labs.
How's your prep going, Jonathan?
Prep's going well. I'm very hungry. But
Take more Reta.
no, so Reta, I'm taking 1 milligram. I did ask Aris if he can increase the Reta. He said no, he wants to keep me like at 1 the whole prep pretty much. And it's not there for hunger either. He said it's there just for its fat burning properties mainly, and it's health benefits. Also, it
Yeah.
helps I think it helps gear just work better in general. But other one, no, prep is fun. Calories, 4,400 once a week. Training days 2.7, rest days 2.5. Training performance, doing a deload week this week, just to manage a bit of fatigue. But I'd say I'm definitely the leanest now at 10.5 weeks out than I've been before. So I'm feeling confident that I'm going to bring a decent package to stage. Then I've got PCA Pro Qualifier 5 weeks later. And a week after that is the NPC Pro Q. So same thing Chase is doing, actually. I think Chase is getting butt fucked by calories a bit more than I am at the moment.
No, I had a high day
But
today, bro.
yeah,
I'm
no,
chilling. I'm fucking full.
how many carbs did you get today out of interest, you know?
No, I don't calculate it. I just eat what's on the plan. You know, most when I get into prep, bro, I don't look at my calories. I just eat what
Yeah,
Mona gives
yeah.
me.
No. Listen, I'm happy. I've got my routine
Was a
in.
lot
I've
though.
got my routine in. Training style, diet standard. I'm happy. I'm happy to be back in prep, and it's nice to have Chase in prep. You know, at the same time as me as well. Um, got a couple other friends prepping. Last time I prepped, it was very lonely. I was the only person prepping. Out of all my mates, you know, I know. Wouldn't say I regret that prep, but it's a prep I definitely shouldn't have done. For a variety of reasons. So it's nice to be in a different headspace with this one.
Okay.
And it's a
Good.
different
Are you
environment,
still
bro.
gonna
And
come
I
and do
feel
the
like
PCA Worlds
environment is
this
such
side?
a
So
Yeah.
so Thomas, to answer your question, so the PCA show was actually meant to be in October, and they're so disorganized. I've never in my life seen a federation behave like this. Um, the show got postponed for that they couldn't give us a date in October. It could have been 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st. They couldn't give us a date. They move it now to the 28th of November. So if I were to qualify for Worlds, which would be in 2027, um, if my bank account allows it, I will 100% take that opportunity to go and do it. Like, I don't know how many more times in my life I'll get the chance to go and compete overseas, but it's going to absolutely come down to finances.
oh fuck,
Okay.
not with that attitude.
Okay.
Listen, what does it cost to compete overseas? You have to pay for flights, which probably 20 grand.
Yeah, I know it's
Depends
Where
where
are
pricey,
you
it
bro.
is.
going?
It's pricey.
I think it's in Spain. I'm pretty sure it's in Spain next year.
It's €30 flight, man.
For you, maybe.
Maybe for
Fuck,
you.
for us,
How much?
it's considerable, bro.
20, 25 grand. Then there's
Yeah.
accommodation, which most probably won't cost less than, if you stay in a shack, 1.5 grand a night. Then you need to
Oh, more
buy
than that,
food
bro.
there, and
More than that.
I'm sure
you
Thomas can sponsor you.
you're probably
It's
you're
not my
probably in
client, so no.
for you're probably in. I reckon you're in for 60 grand before you've gone and enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, of course.
And that's
So
probably
it's
not
a lot
even
of money.
entry, tan, and all that shit.
No, I am factoring that in.
Okay. Wait, on
But
a side note there,
it's,
are we recording?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. No, I won't say it
What?
then. Ah, no,
Say
rip.
it.
Ah, fuck it. You know what? I might as well.
Yeah.
Guess how much the NPC is charging us for tans this year. So bear in mind it was about, I think 1.2, 1.3K
17.
last year.
What?
But I paid 2.3K for my tan for eye candy. They're charging now for the base coats and the comp coats separately.
Fuck my
Yeah.
laugh.
It's a,
Darren, trust
is,
them to
is,
Dude,
the,
fucking find a way to make money.
is it
bro, it's
2.3 for
crazy.
top and base?
Yeah. So base was I think 1.3 or 1.4 somewhere around there, and then the top coat was like another 700 and something. Because
I'm
I'm
honestly
doing one
considering
class.
starting Milano Tan and doing my own base somewhere else, honestly.
Bro, PCA I'm gonna do with Go Brown again. I was very happy with that tan last time. I was considering it for eye candy, but the thing is just if something goes wrong with your tan on the day, you want them to at least be there to be able to do some touch ups and stuff like that. Like it's if you get with a different
The
product
top coat,
with
they'll
a
do that
different
for
company.
you there. Top coat, they'll look after you, like if you pay for the top coat.
Yeah, but what I'm
Uh,
saying is, so say for example, you go with an external service provider and you get another tan. You don't know what ingredients are necessarily in their tan. Say something now goes wrong backstage, and your tan smudges or rubs or something. You can't touch it up with the same with their pro tan stuff because you don't know how the two are going to react. You might end up looking like Bruce
Yes,
Banner
yes, that's true.
got a little bit angry, bro. So,
no,
Look,
so I don't know.
if you got the money, to do it.
Yeah, but bro, it's
no, I'll
crazy. Like
pay, but
I'm doing one class. I'm doing open under 90. It's 1.5 for the class entry, 2.3 for the tan. That's what 3.38 for one class for 5 minutes on stage.
Yeah.
400 for membership.
Yeah, 400 for membership. That on I sort of factored in as a sunk cost because I'm gonna do the pro qualifier as well, anyways. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
and they're charging for coaches now. If you want to be like
but yeah,
your points to count, you have to pay at every show your clients do an additional 1.6 thousand rand.
yeah. Or
It's
And
or
just
you
what
like
can
does
pay
the
the
coach
coach's
get
pass
if you
up
win?
front, which is 12 grand.
mm,
Yes.
we get
Your
12
name on the
grand.
absolute
Instagram post.
yeah. Mm,
Yeah,
Oh,
we get
12
absolutely
grand. Then you covered for the
milked.
year.
What
We get
benefit have I got from
milked.
them? I got fucking more followers than them combined. Like all their pages plus them combined. What benefit would I
Yeah.
fucking get from that?
Bragging rights.
To what?
If you fuck, I don't know, but it was nice that like you didn't have to pay, like even last year the coaching pass was to go backstage as a coach was 2,000 rand,
Yeah, it
but the
was
year
about
before
two
that
grand
was
because we chipped
800.
in for Mono. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
So
next year it'll be about
it's
20 grand looking at the curve.
and you would think that with all these additional fees, perhaps you can compete in a sicker venue. Like I've been saying for so long, put us in the CTRCC. That's a venue. The Baxter Theatre
Yeah.
looks sick. Even the RBFF show, they do not scratch NPC South Africa's surface when it comes to finances. Nowhere fucking close. That venue is much sicker than where we are competing. We're getting cupcakes, which I promise you maybe cost them 10 rand.
Yeah, because they're making them at home. But the thing is, they'll keep doing this if people keep fucking doing the shows. This is the problem. If you all stop doing the shows, they just won't fucking do this.
But
I was I
if
was
they
gonna whip
but
out my
how do you
cupcake, but
think
it's in my
overseas can compete?
cupboard.
if they just no, I'll get mine. I'll get mine. If they
I know what it
Yeah,
just,
looks
there we go.
like. I've got
Grab the
them. I left
cupcake,
them in
bro.
my shop that I owned in South Africa.
Oh
if
fuck,
they
sorry.
if they like like if I've got like someone coming into my apartment, they must see a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, what the fuck's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you 5 years old?
I would show you
Um,
my PCA one, but it's broken.
but I would like I was
This
honestly
man.
saying they must if they just reduce prices by 35%, they'll probably make more money because they'll get more entries
Of
and
course.
they'll sell more tickets.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so Neil's not joining, eh?
No, he says he's still stuck with work.
All right, should we get to it?
Yeah, let's
Well,
get
have
to
you
it.
gotten to it already? Cool.
So which topic are you going to tackle first? I didn't even get a chance to see what.
Jonathan had like a fucking list there, so let's start with his list.
Yeah, Jonathan can host the podcast today.
All right, guys.
Sideways.
Right.
Welcome to Raw is Law, where we talk about why condoms are a stupid idea.
Right. Wait. Okay, let's go. Chase, what's the story? What after the off? How did things go?
After
Excuse
that,
me?
I'm just asking Chase, how did things go? Like, how did
I
the whole
didn't.
recovery and everything, like getting back into training and
After the
everything?
test, bro, I was very fortunate. So I tore the pec, I think the last week in March. It was a grade 2. It was about the size of a 2 rand coin. So that one I was out for a bit, and then literally the next week I tore my quad playing five-a-side soccer. But the radiologist or whatever who scanned it said she's never seen such a long tear that didn't detach from the bone. Because it was like right from my VMO up to my
Whoa.
rectum, like almost to my hip. But it didn't detach from the
Yes.
bone. It was like a tear long. So I was very fortunate with that. So I didn't have to have it off. I just did the rehab, bro. So a lot of like
Fucking
getting
lucky,
blood flow
bro.
in, a lot of bikini girl leg extensions, like very light weights, lots of reps. Just get a bit of blood flow in there. But bro, I basically did like leg extensions every day. I gave it a couple days for the inflammation to come down and whatnot, just obviously to clear the area. And then I started the rehab, I think three days later. I started doing leg extensions every day. I started with stabilizing type stuff. Thankfully, my flatmate's a bio. So he sort of just gave me a couple pointers here and there for what I should be doing. Yeah, but it was a pretty good recovery. I couldn't have wished for a better period. It was just a bit of a stuff up with the timing because it's like I tore the pec, so I obviously can't train much of my upper body. And I was like, okay, you know what? Good period to bring up the legs next week. The quad goes. So I was like, you know what? What do I do?
Chase, out of interest,
Hmm.
did you see a lot of noticeable atrophy? And if so, how long did it take you to bring it back up?
Bro, that's actually a good question because I discussed this with someone the other day. So my whole quad actually moved like towards the more lateral side. So down like my sartorius area on the inside of my quad, there was like nothing. But it wasn't that the muscle had atrophied, it almost pulled out. And I'd say only in like the last 4 or 5 weeks, maybe it's actually pulled sort of back straight. Obviously, those fibers are gripping again.
Stronger.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I lost any size. Like size wise, I'd say my left quad definitely caught up because it was my weaker. I tore my stronger quad, so my weaker quad sort of got a bit more on par. Now I'd say the left one's actually the stronger one. But otherwise, no real noticeable atrophy. Like I said, I was very fortunate. It could have been a lot worse. But I'm going to be
And
stupid
your
again
most
next year and
muscular
probably play five
poses, you
side.
say you tore your pec. Is it noticeable when you hit your poses?
No, no. Listen, my most muscular pose is ass either way.
Matt, yours is not
So
noticeable, eh?
it's definitely not.
Okay,
Say
Matt,
again?
yours is not noticeable, yeah?
No, it's not. I tore both sides.
Yeah. Like,
How
bro, you
bad
must
was
check
your
his video,
tear?
bro. It still freaks me out till date.
I
Oh,
had
was
the
it like
grade 2
off?
tear on both sides.
Ah,
And not
same
off.
time.
When I went for the scan, I've actually got scans on my phone. I'll send them to you.
Can
You
Yeah,
actually
we
please,
see
can
where
bro.
the
we
rip is in the
I
muscle.
love looking at that shit.
can someone
Dude,
screen share and like pull up the video?
You would have
Huh?
had to send me the
Oh.
content before it to be able to see all of that. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Matt, send it to me. I want to send it to the group.
I
I
will.
want to I want to
I'll
see
also
this.
I
send
don't
you
know
the
if I want
video.
to see that, bro.
Bro, the video is
Oh,
fucking rough, dude.
I'm still scarred from who was
I've
that
seen-
guy
I've
who was
seen
in
again.
who was that homie in Dubai who was
Ooh.
on the incline bench press and he
That
popped
incline.
his yes,
Yeah.
bro.
with Larry Wheels.
That
Oh,
was
Whole
exactly.
thing.
Oh,
no, not Larry. There was
I
a
haven't
white
seen
guy.
that.
shit.
There was a white guy, and then he became famous
Yes.
after
Wasn't
that. Dude. That
Larry.
video went viral.
But wasn't Larry spotting him?
Yes, Larry was spotting him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a different. Oh, it was. Oh, it's gonna bother me. I also muted him because his content was annoying me. Geez, so it hasn't popped up on my
Yeah,
feed for
fuck.
quite a
Also
while. I
do
can't
that, man.
remember his name.
If I don't like someone's content,
I just
fucking
fucking
mute.
unfollow, man.
But,
just
so the
unfollow.
thing is,
That's
it's
it.
like
I'm not trying to mute people.
unfollowing sometimes invites nonsense. Like people say, "Oh, boo, why'd you unfollow me?" I mute. Then it's like there's no
I
harm,
just
no
don't read
foul.
it.
It's like it's not that yeah, like it's not that I don't like you or anything like that. I'm sure you're a wonderful person. Your stuff just irks me, so I will do the peaceful thing and just mute. My mute list is long.
I think
No,
each
bro.
their own, Tom.
But Matt, do you mute as well?
I also mute some people.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are clients of mine.
Well done to say that on here.
So I can't actually unfollow them.
Yeah, he said that with his chest. Bro.
Listen, I've blocked.
Exactly, yeah.
I've blocked a couple.
Go to the gym
I've
tomorrow,
blocked a
nobody will be
couple.
there.
It's okay.
I
It's
have,
okay.
I have blocked or unfollowed a couple, but like that's warranted. Like if I've had like a little tiff, then give all that fucking tiffs. But muting is,
Yes, I was about to
yeah, it's
say if you
something
blocked
Chase
for
taught
every
me
tiff,
about.
bro, you would have blocked me a long time ago.
I've never
Fuck
muted
my
chat.
life.
But what I've had to do is if I see like the same person whose content I actually like, it's happened. I'm not going to name names here, but a good friend of mine, also a coach, fuck, some of his clients tag him in the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. And there was one in particular, about 70% of his stories was from the same client. Like, I don't give a fuck to see what this guy's eating every single day throughout the week,
I
6 times a day.
unfortunately know
So
who you're talking
all
about.
all I had to go and block him, so I wouldn't see his content on my mate's posts. And then I see, okay, he placed an order with structure. I'm like, I can't keep him blocked. I can't. So I went and I unblocked him and I thanked him for his support. And sometimes I do press mute now and then, and I do go back to
Bro, I think
unmute
it's
people.
I think it's also like as much as it's as much as it's someone else, I think it's also got to do with the season of your life. Like I feel like the periods where I was extremely overwhelmed with work, with life, stuff like that, it affected me way more than it would now. Now I'm pretty unbothered. Like I don't really care. But obviously the periods where I maybe mentally wasn't doing so well, it would have irked me more, so I was more likely to mute someone there. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like at the end of the day, what you consume is so important for who you become. It's if you're consuming stuff that's not
I
pushing
agree
you
with
into
that.
a positive
I agree with
direction,
that.
rather just block it out, cut it off.
I found it with music as well now, funnily enough.
Uh,
Like with all my
100%.
preps, like I'd play like this this dark, heavy music. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
like I need to get in
you're in
this
the
dark place
trenches.
for prep to really, really lock the fuck in. Um and now and now like now, yeah,
Now he
with
listens to
Prem,
Katy Perry.
Halo, like now I like now I was like
Miley Cyrus.
no jokes. I had my phone on shuffle and then a womanizer by Britney Spears came up. I'm
Britney
like, fuck,
Spears.
this song's actually it's such a banger. And
Wait,
today I was doing belt
can I stop
squats.
you right
You
there?
would have been impressed, Chase.
Can I stop
I
you right
really
there?
pushed it today with belt squats, and I was listening to Womanizer. Yeah,
Bro, you gave me so much shit a
Yeah.
yeah.
couple
What were you
months
going to
ago
say?
for me listening to my white girl bangers while I was training, bro.
No, they were. But for Stairmaster, sometimes I just put in that someone's screaming in my ear, and I'm like, okay, now I'm
Like
gonna
which bands,
No,
dude?
bro. No,
like
Pussycat
metal.
Dolls.
Yeah. Which one?
Okay, so like Five Finger Death Punch. I don't
It's
feel
not
it's
that
too
heavy, but okay.
intense.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Fuck.
heavy.
Yeah.
Tom listens to gore.
Ma- Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, he does.
It's not that heavy,
Um,
but yeah.
Motionless in White.
They're okay.
Fuck, Tom, what do you consider
Are you
heavy, bro?
talking
Just like
Thomas's language?
Vikings beating a drum.
asking asking Alex asking
Charge.
Alex asking Alexandria. Um,
Bro.
um, fuck this. There've been a few like anti-Christ things. I'll have to.
Oh, are you
Five
talking about from
fingers.
a religious perspective? I thought you were talking about like in terms of
No,
intensity of music. Yeah.
no. It's just like I feel that it really changes like my mental space. Like the music you listen to 100% impacts the way you feel. So
Yeah.
like if I listen to more upbeat, happy kind of music, I feel in a better mood. If I'm in
What the
gym and
fuck?
I'm got a big ass set and I really have to push myself, I'll listen to something quite heavy or like some dark techno. But if I'm doing like a session, like if I'm doing steps or cardio, I'll put on something chilled. Like the one Rocky
We
song that's
lost
called
Chase.
War. You'll come back. The Rocky song called War
Yeah.
is that I listened to the last 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. It gets me through. Actually, I'm gonna just get my phone now. I want to play to you
Matt, what
one
do you listen
song.
to, dude? I've never actually asked you what you listen to.
I like Linkin Park, Bullet for My Valentine, Limp Bizkit.
Okay, so also a bit of metal. Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah,
Lincoln Park is also. I love Lincoln Park. I've been
I,
listening to what's
I actually
Numb and
enjoy
what.
their new singer. She's actually really cool. I
She's
think she's a
actually
good
really good.
replacement.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy her.
Tom, have you heard of this band called Wage War?
Yes.
Have you heard of the song Ha Horse?
I haven't heard all their music, but I've heard of them.
Okay, let me just get to a point in the song. Can you hear me? Can you hear it?
Yeah,
It's gonna break.
It's Tom's language.
that's more my jams. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah.
Like on the leg press or something like that song comes, and then I just hit it. But I've just realized from a mental aspect, you want to be in the most positive headspace possible, and music will absolutely influence that.
I don't know. I find that
So,
type of music does put me in a positive headspace. Like I'm actually like enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's more appreciation of what the musicians are actually doing, and that puts me in a very positive spot. Like to actually hear like how technical that drummer is, or what the guitarist is actually doing. That's I'm like fuck. But I've got a weird obsession with people's talents. Like I enjoy watching people being good at what they do.
I actually listen so carefully to the drums now. I used to like ignore the drums, but now if I like listen for the drums is so sick.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
it is such a sick instrument. Um, but yeah, that's it for my prep music, really. And Chase Savannah sends me some banging songs.
Yeah,
When she
she
finds one,
also
she
likes
knows
that
exactly what.
head banging
Mm.
shit, bro. Often we'll be driving in the car and it's like a gentle Sunday morning. We're on the way to church and just comes on, someone's there. Oh, it's like, what the fuck?
And you would
Right.
never think
Okay.
so by looking at her.
All right. Before we get into these topics, I just want to ask Jono, your supplement company, how's it doing?
Structure is doing well. I'd say sales are at an all-time high.
Do you need
I've
a plug for East London?
I would love
A
a
non
plug
guy.
for East London, please. But one thing I
Yeah,
have
right there.
found is that certain products will sell better in certain stores simply because of the demographic and what they're happy spending. So my stock in Muscle Mecha Randburg is selling way better than in Muscle Mecha Rudaport.
Yeah.
So Randburg are sold out of everything except for the whey. So I've just restocked them now, and I'm going into Muscle Mecha 4 ways, which is opening up in September.
That's Simone's shop,
Um,
yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So I deal with Keegan Berta's shops. Then
Keegan, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
now in a shop called Extreme Body in Blobergstrand.
What is your
Couple
most popular product
pharmacies.
besides whey?
The EAA for sure. I'd say the EAA is the most popular because it's got added creatine monohydrate inside. It's very affordable, and what's exciting is there's 2 new products coming to launch. So I've got electrolytes. So that's going to have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 250 potassium, 150 magnesium, 10 grams of L-glutamine, 5 grams of creatine mono, taurine and coconut water extract. So quite an advanced electrolyte. And then I'm bringing out a stim pre-workout because everyone was asking me to release a pre-workout with caffeine. So this is going to have citrulline, beta-alanine, hydroprime, betaine, taurine, altarosone, um, alpha GPC,
That sounds good.
glycerol powder. So that's currently
Is
now
this the
in
pre? That
product
sounds like a pre.
development. So I should receive the sample from. Yeah. So I'll give you one. I'll give you one to try. So. So I'm
Cool.
getting. I'll
Give it
have
a
the
review.
samples in 2 weeks. So I'll tell you now the flavors that I'm sampling as well.
Penis green.
So the so for the electrolytes, there'll be 2 flavors: passion fruit and granadilla.
That's quite nice.
And and for the pre, oh no, I'm lying. I'm sorry. Electrolytes is gonna be lemonade for one, and sweet watermelon for the other one. And the pre-workout will be passion fruit and granadilla.
Nice.
So, and then down the line, in terms of whey, either thinking of doing either carrot cake flavor or a white chocolate peanut butter.
Oh, white chocolate.
Oh,
White
that'd be cool.
chocolate, eh? But
Yeah, yeah.
the dark chocolate, everyone's gone so before for it. Like it's what everyone wants, and I'm so happy at how quickly those sold and how well those sold. Um,
Is that the dark
so
chocolate?
Is it hard
I
to get
may
the
just have
flavoring
to.
right?
No, it's not hard to get the flavoring right. So basically, how structure started is obviously before it had as much capital as it currently does. I had to find a boutique manufacturer that would let me order any MOQ that I wanted, really. But because it's so boutique and because the orders were so small, it raised the price pretty significantly per unit. So the dark chocolate comes from those boutique manufacturers. Eventually, when I did raise enough capital, I found a much bigger supplier, but with a lot cheaper prices, significantly cheaper prices. I'm talking like 300%, except for the whey. Um, the only thing is I have to bring in 75 kilograms per flavor per product. So that does raise the cost price pretty significantly. Now, I'm not going to go and order 75 kilograms worth of dark chocolate whey. I just contacted the boutique manufacturers
I'll
to see
take all of it.
how many
I'll
labels
take
they
all of
still
it.
had. And it's all gone, as you know. So it's literally all gone. So there were about 30
That
left.
thing is my
They
favorite
sold
way in the
in
world, bro. Yo,
10 days. I might have one more for you in Chase. So if I do,
you
it's
better, bro.
yours.
Otherwise, I'm gonna smother you
There
in your
is a
sleep.
there is a yeah. No, I'll if need be, I'll get more labels created and send it through to the boutique guys to get me
It
to
just
give me
it
more.
boggles
I
my
also
mind
love it.
that that
It really.
wasn't a big seller. Like that to me is the one of the best ways I've had, bro. Like everything else in the market, I feel like with Wade, they go sweet, 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 sweet. It's like if you haven't got a sweet tooth, you're so fucked with choices. Like I don't like sweet. Like I'm not a sweet tooth person.
Yeah.
So
Yo,
most ways for me
I agree.
just don't
Do
sit
you
nice.
like the toffee caramel?
And when do you? It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. But to be fair, I'm not a caramel person. Like I
Not
said, I don't generally like caramel.
okay. Because Aris doesn't even want to try the dark chocolate. He just wants toffee caramel.
Bree's missing out.
I'm
I'll
surprised
whisper
people can
some
use the
sweet
same
naughties
flavors
in
for
his
so long.
ears,
I
bro.
can't do that. I'm one tub at a time and I need to rotate it.
But see, so
Sorry,
that,
Tom, I'm
Tom?
that
like
normally
you. I have
happens
like
to me
1,000
where
different flavors.
no, bro. After a bit, usually I'd get bored, but it's almost just like a sweetness overload. This dark chocolate, I think. Do you know what I'm on about? My fourth or fifth tub now.
I'm not sure. You bought a few.
I think I'm somewhere in that
You
region.
bought a few.
I'm somewhere in that region, bro, and I haven't changed once.
Yeah. So For me, I need to test your
No.
internet, bro. You need to fix this internet of yours. So generally for me,
Yeah,
I've like
it's
get
ass, bro.
3 tubs at a time with like 3 different
No.
flavors.
You're not on the Wi-Fi. You're not on the Wi-Fi. It's a fucking ass.
My mother said hers is bad too.
I also need about 2 flavors at a time. So
Yeah.
so my friend Kelly, she's sponsored by SSA. So she swagged me her peanut butter cups flavored whey, and peanut butter is my favorite thing ever. So I've been actually having that at the moment, and because all I've been having is toffee caramel, toffee caramel, toffee caramel from Structure.
Yeah.
Something I can't, you know. So I need a bit of variety. But it's so silly for me to go and buy more whey when I literally have free whey at my disposal. So
Yeah. Right. Let's move on. I see this last week. You were fighting with somebody about fucking training to failure or reps in
Oh.
reserve. Right. What do you guys think about that? Let's actually get into the topic here now.
I'll go last.
Right, Matt, you can start, bro.
Well, you always train to failure, but it also like depends what phase you're in. So like if you're on a deload week, you're not going to train to failure. So like
Okay,
if
wait.
you're recovering
Okay,
from
wait.
a flu or you're recovering from like a slight niggle,
Hold on. The whole caveat to this is in a general standing. There are obviously phases where you don't want to go balls to the wall. You sort of want to keep it in the tank. We're talking about as an overarching principle. How should you train?
Chase, your internet, dude. You're fucking up my episode here. I'm kicking you out.
No, don't kick it.
because like I said, like it's different phases. So like you always train to failure, but like
Yeah.
you don't like come with this like whole spiel on someone's post, but yet you don't look like a fucking mass monster.
Yeah.
Like, come now.
What's this podcast called quickly?
This is called the Fat Cat Podcast, but I'm going to change the name of it. Or you can just call it that. It's fine. Yeah.
The Fat Cat or Fat Cat.
The
What
Fat
do you
Cat.
think, Tom?
So my opinion, I'm not particularly a fan of rest and reserve only for a few reasons. Okay. One of them, which is predominantly one of the biggest reasons, is that I'm not good at it myself. I don't
Yeah.
know what, like, if I go into the gym, right, and like I actually had this discussion with Andrew Hudson before, where I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here because I don't know what my 20 to 30% less of what it is I'm supposed to be doing here, you know? So he advocated that I actually rather than just rest completely as opposed to doing rest in reserve. So like the week that you're supposed to deload in, which I'm also not particularly a fan of either, you just give me the week off, you know, instead, because like
Fuck that.
it was just, I just felt like it was like, I don't know, it was spending too much time fucking around trying to find weight. You know what I mean? As like, I know that, for example, my max is 40 kilograms, for example, and let's say a dumbbell press. Now, if you're doing like a 30 or a 28 or something like that, I'm not really sure. Like, it just doesn't feel right to me, you know? So, or I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like I'm wasting my time going there to the gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So essentially he's just like, you know, I'd rather just take the time off completely instead.
Jono?
So my opinion is I tell my clients train to failure. But you do it with form that, you know, where you can control the weight properly. You're not just throwing it around. It's, you know, it's those last 4 or 5 reps where you really are tearing the muscle. So why do you want to stop now with 2 to 3 reps in reserve? And people are going to argue, yeah, it's to preserve energy for the rest of your exercise and then the rest of your workouts. You know, so I'm thinking, no, rather do 10 to 12 hard working sets than 18 to 20 sets where you're giving 75 to 80% of your all, you know. And I understand, you know, there comes a time where you need to start prioritizing fatigue management. So for example, right now I'm training with reps in reserve. simply just to recover for over the next week. But other than that, if you have the energy and you have the strength, I see no reason as to why you shouldn't be doing RPE 10.
We seem to all have the same opinion.
Yeah. So, listen. Like, again, my argument. Look at the likes of Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, probably
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler, Kevin Levrone. The biggest men to have stepped foot on a bodybuilding stage, all trained to failure, balls to the walls. Go watch Blood and Guts by Dorian Yates on YouTube if you haven't. If you really think you train hard, and then you realize you don't know what hard training is.
Yeah.
People are like, oh no, fatigue management, and I don't want to overtrain. No, you do not know what overtraining is.
Actually,
Respectfully. I don't think
touching
any
it
of
now.
us actually fucking do. And also what I like to do, I don't know what you guys like to do. So how I structure my training is I'll warm up, as everyone does. I'll get blood going to the muscle. I'll get my muscle connection in there. I'll do a top working set. And if I am getting 12 or less, I'll then start doing back off sets where I'm still going to failure, but I'll keep backing off. So I want to make sure that I am in that 8 to 12 rep range. Obviously, depending on the exercise, sometimes I want to go to 15, but primarily 8 to 12 rep range. But you're not going to go and do a lat pull down of, I don't know, 90 kilos and get 8 reps and then be able to do 90 kilos for 8 reps again. You're going to have to drop the weight. So I see a lot of people, then I'll start off at 80, then go to 90, then go to 100. No, why are you doing that? You shouldn't be able to go heavier each set. If you are able to go heavier each set, then your prior sets were you either were not training hard enough or they were too light for you.
Yeah.
So that's how I approach my training.
That's your
I have a
feel
funny
set.
suspicion that Matt and I are the same. I think we couple of warm-up sets, right? And then work up to our max. And then our max is where we do our 2 to 3 working sets, yeah?
Yeah. I'm with you, Tom.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. I did try the whole thing of like 2 warm-ups and then like 2 working sets thing for me, but it didn't really work for me, man. And
no,
I just prefer
I think warm up for as long as you do warm up, but that doesn't count. Don't count those as sets. You're getting warm. That's literally all that you're doing is you're getting warm.
It's just your feel set. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were talking about fatigue management now. Do you think that's something that affects people getting into shape for shows?
Fuck, we need Chase back here for this question. Let's try bring him back because it was his idea. It was his idea to discuss this. Yes. Okay. So my opinion, I believe if fatigue management isn't managed, then it can, if you think about it, indirectly have an adverse effect as to how you end up looking on stage. Because if your fatigue is your sleep's going to be impacted. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to be burning as much. Like I see on my Whoop, the better I've slept, the more calories I've burned overnight. So the better you sleep, the more calories you're going to burn, the better you're going to be able to push yourself the next day. If you think about it, if you have a lighter, that flint is eventually going to die. You're going to have to fill it with gas eventually. So fatigue management, I think, is an important one. But at the same time, when you're on prep, everyone has to eat shit. You're going to have to suffer. But one thing I like to do with my athletes to manage fatigue is eventually I'll start pulling back on cardio, or I will start increasing a bit of food around training windows.
Yeah.
I don't really like to pull down food and increase cardio simultaneously unless absolutely necessary.
Okay.
What are your guys' thoughts on?
No, I agree with what you're saying. It will have an effect on your physique because what you're doing is you're never letting like it's basically also stress management on the physique. If you have poor sleep, your training is affected the next day, your cardio is affected the next day, you don't function properly, you are going to eventually start losing that condition of your physique. So like a lot of the times I also get a lot of like my athletes to try have a 30 to 20-minute power nap in the day, even if it's in their car at work, or just close their eyes and just relax and try calm the body.
Yeah.
So you got to also like think of external factors like work life, home life, stuff like that. So yes, also I also agree. I'd also pull the cardio a little bit more and tell them to lessen the cardio and maybe get more into nature, get into the sun more, like 20 to 30 minutes a day in the sun, natural light. It just helps the fatigue as well.
Yeah. I also try and incorporate something like, something they would do in the off season, like go visit family or go for walks with their partners or friends or take a dog for a walk. Because I
Yeah.
noticed that what people like to do now is because now they're in prep now, it's like, no, I must be locked in the house and only leave when I need to go get groceries and go to the gym. You know what I mean? So I
No.
try and get them to go spend quality time with people, take your dog for a walk. Just because you're in prep doesn't mean the dog must suffer now. You know what I mean? Like the things you were doing off season, try and still do them, like whatever your daily or weekly activity. Yeah,
Go
sure.
sit at the beach if you can.
Yeah, that's
Just
it.
excuse me for 1 minute. I have to pee.
Yeah, cool.
Be
Yeah,
right back.
no,
Yeah.
because I do find that it's just like when people do shows, it's just like they just want to stay indoors now. It's like, oh no, I don't want to do anything. Life sucks, that kind of thing.
No, bro. Life
So
still goes on.
yeah, exactly. So I've found that when I've implemented these things, like their bodies just respond. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and they'll be like, oh my God, I found that I feel so much better. This Sunday I went to go visit my mom and, just spending that little bit of time with her, coming back, I'm like feeling so much better. I'm ready to take on the Monday. And I'm like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I try, even funny enough with their work, because, people like to like, oh no, it's prep week now. Now I must just stop what I'm doing and just lie in the house. You know what I mean? I always just advocate, like, just keep your normal day-to-day life going. You know what I mean? Don't just stop because now it's peak week,
Mm.
100%.
I mean, listen, peak week,
I wouldn't
peak
try to
week.
change too many things.
Yeah.
Like I'd say 2 weeks out, you're not going to see much of me. Like I'll be in my apartment. I'll be out if I need to be out. Otherwise I'm not really anywhere besides my apartment and in the gym, to be honest with you. 2 weeks out. Because I just don't really want to be, and I don't really have that energy. I get quite short with people. And it's obviously something that I'd have to learn to manage, but I don't think I'm alone when I say that's who I've become from 2 weeks out, at the very least.
This motherfucker grumpy as well, bro. Even Shorter, he's grumpy.
Who, me?
No, Matt.
Matt.
But good fun, though. But good fun. All right, what else have we got here? We've got
next up and coming pro.
I don't even know who's there anymore, man. Like, I don't know.
Listen, I'm going to say this now, and I'm not saying this to be biased. Classic physique, unless if NPC Pro African only had South Africans competing.
Yeah.
So Ruben de Jager wins classic physique pro card this year.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to throw a name in here. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know many guys in the industry, especially classics. What about Hugo Schroeder?
I don't know who he is.
No, he looks phenomenal, and I
quite
see
like
him
his
now.
physique and his structure.
He has a great structure. He really does. And I think he's grown quite a respectful amount in the time he's taken off stage, and I'm looking forward to. I know he's self-coached now.
Yeah.
Neil actually used to coach him.
Oh, wow.
Funnily enough. And then I know he was with Blaine, and then he went to Matt
Check his ugly
Vitz.
fucker here.
Yeah, no, yeah. Pull him up. So it's Hugo,
I'm gonna check him
and
out
then
now.
Boss.
All right, I'll check him out now.
But Hugo, if you do end up watching this podcast, I got nothing but respect for you, and I like you a lot, and I'd like when we also WWE fan Tom, so you can make a new friend there. Um, I don't see anyone beat. Yeah, there
This
he
guy.
is. I don't see
Yeah, that's
any.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see anyone beating Ruben de Jager this year. Respectfully,
It's an old photo.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's quite a
it's alright.
while. Check out Ruben de Jager, Tom.
I'll check him out now. When last did this guy post? What's this? Good conditioning though.
Yeah.
There's some, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, don't tell me he's
Oh,
private.
no.
Yeah, this is him.
Of course.
Ah, I recognize him.
Has he competed at all? No.
Yeah, yeah. So he last year he won his lineup at the regional in the morning, and he won his lineup at the pro qualifier in the evening. So he came short in both overalls.
Okay. Let's check this out.
Guys, if you knew how little this guy ran, you'd feel very bad about yourselves. I know I do. Not for me to say,
I
but
feel fuck, bro.
bro, he looks at gear and grows like it's genetic
Yeah.
anomaly. Yeah,
Wait, now
like,
for open bodybuilding, I don't know if Bayer's going to do the show. I hope he does. But if he's doing it, I've definitely got him doing the pro card. Getting the pro card, sorry.
all I know is that if I had to guess the next South African pro, if there is to be one this year, no one in men's physique really stands out for me. I can't think of anyone in men's physique. Classic Ruben de Jager, open. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've lost
open.
touch with everybody that side pretty much. Like, you guys are the only guys I really honestly communicate with that side, to be perfectly honest with you. And
Yeah.
obviously I still chat to Bayer. And I know he did try for his pro card in Brazil. I thought he was fucking robbed there. Like, not from a non-biased standpoint. I honestly thought he was.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. You know, there's still a long time left until that pro qualifier.
I say Thomas is an ex-pro.
I'm not coming to do it in South Africa, though.
No, I was saying from South Africa, saying
Oh, from
wherever
South
you
Africa.
compete.
Oh, 100%. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay. Move on from that. Biggest mistakes first-time competitors make. What we ourselves did wrong.
Listening to too many people.
Yes, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Listening
That is
to
a good
too many
one.
people. So you got 1,000 ideas and you don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say probably not managing sodium and water correctly.
But nobody knows all that shit for their first show, bro, unless you had a coach or someone or not taught yourself from the beginning. But
no,
bro,
no, obviously, like Ari's prepped me for my first show, and he had me managing everything with water and with salt. But one thing I didn't do, like, and this might be a bit anal. I didn't manage, like, for example, condiments appropriately. Like, I would drown my food in, all these sugar-free syrups and sauces, and obviously it's going to wreak havoc in your digestion. I was
Yeah.
so fucked in the head. I was, like those syrups from Lifestyle Food.
Yeah.
I was drinking them.
What?
I was
That's
like,
fucking disgusting, dude.
and then what I also used to do is
Oh.
I used to take that Rick coffee,
Yeah.
and water and a shit ton of ice, and then a shit ton of sweeteners, and blend it. I'm like, look at me, guys. I'm having 0-calorie coffee ice cream. And they're like, and your sodium and your water, like, what are you doing? I just yeah. I'd say those are my biggest mistakes I made. Obviously, just taking foot off the gas a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
like I got to a point because I think that the first prep everyone does is so exciting because you've never seen yourself get to a body fat like that before. So
I agree.
I remember like I got to like 3 weeks out and I'm like, fuck, I'm lean. If I look back now at how I looked 3 weeks out at my first show, I'd think, yo, like nice, but not what I would, hold myself to now as a kind of standard. But I remember thinking I'm so lean, like I'm ready. I took foot off the gas because I was so fucked. Like I would like slack with my training, slack with my cardio. And then before I know it, I'm no longer moving. So like I probably look best at around maybe 2.5 weeks out. Like then I look better than on show day simply because I started fucking around.
Yeah.
Um so yeah. I'd I'd say for people's first prep, um hang around people who support you, who uplift you, who understand you, who are not going to give you a hard time for doing what you're doing.
Agree.
Like-minded individuals. Um
Also, don't listen to too
and
many people.
yeah, like found a lekker series. Don't watch some too much Master Chef. You know what everyone's doing. Like they just
I fucking did that.
scroll through
I did that
food.
right up until my last, not Master Chef, but other cooking shows and stuff.
I
More
still
Yeah,
like
do that.
documentary based stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still do that.
Yeah.
It
But
doesn't
yeah,
bother me at all.
no, me too. I actually had a guy once, I was busy walking on a treadmill, and I remember he leaned back on his treadmill to look at what I was watching. And then he was like, how do you prep watching all that stuff? I'm like, oh, it's easy, man. So, yeah.
The best is when you make the food for the person at home, though.
Oh, yeah.
I usually do that.
the best thing for me is doing stair mill on a Tuesday morning or a Saturday morning. And can you guess why?
Jim's quiet.
No, the Raw and SmackDown highlights.
Ah, yeah. Fair enough.
Finish,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
drill that before I know it, I'm finished.
My best is watching the walkouts. The next walkout.
Oh,
When they
yeah.
walk, for me, it's the promos. I just watch whenever Roman Reigns is on. I'm like, yes, or CM Punk, yes.
Me too.
Having them on
I got a bad habit of starting with those first and then watch the highlights of the matches afterwards.
I always watch them first. Always.
Yeah. Same.
But, Matt, you watch WWE, hey?
Now and then, but I like watching walkouts and stuff like that.
Fuck, if you can only just address how good SummerSlam was. And now Kevin
I
Owens is
know.
back and Randy
I
Orton is
know.
back. Oh, fuck, everything's just looking perfect.
All right. Fat loss
Yeah.
without suffering and bulking without getting fat. What's your guys' opinions on this?
Fat loss without
Well,
suffering.
Oh, you can't not have fat loss and not suffer.
Why not?
Unless you're taking shitloads of Retta.
I think even then you're going to suffer because you're going to feel like shit, like physically speaking still.
Yeah, true, very true.
But again, like I think people just make the mistake of just slashing food so low. You don't have to do that. If
Yeah.
like
No.
you can like, and I was discussing this with someone today. I can't think, but like, oh,
Chase is back.
Chase is back. Okay, wait, what are we meant to discuss with Chase? His internet's fixed. I can see him in HD.
I've been on the
Right.
phone with MWeb.
There was a
My mates
question.
need me.
Oh yes,
Fuck, dude.
Chase, training to failure and RIR. We have to go back to this now.
Okay, wait.
What's your thought?
Before I start, what was everyone else's feelings towards it? What was the consensus?
No,
I
you have to
said
say your own opinion. No, yours.
Okay, I'll
You
jump.
got the mic now. You got the mic.
Okay, I'll say what I said in the comment section of someone else's post. Name me one IFBB pro or quality bodybuilder who said my physique changed when I started training with reps in reserve. You
No
can't.
one.
There's not a single one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All of them will tell you the opposite. They'll say when they started training with someone who trained fucking hard, their physique changed drastically. Look at Martin and Brett. Like, as soon
Yeah.
as Martin started training with Brett and they trained together, obviously that synergy
Yeah.
works so well. Both their physiques
Yeah.
rocketed. They're not like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, manage fatigue, like keep a rep in reserve. Fuck no. They're like, empty the tank, so.
Yeah.
So
Well,
another
look,
thing,
I don't know if you saw Nick Walker's post today or yesterday, he was like, "Oh yeah, after a show, you're supposed to take your foot off the gas. Fuck putting your foot off the gas. I'm gonna put it full flat foot." He's like, "Fuck
I
this,"
love
and he's
it.
going. So
Yeah.
And
like,
everyone, but people also use Nick as like an example for like that slow control training or whatever. That's not what built his physique. That's not what turned Nick into a mass monster. Nick is a
he was already
fucking
fucking
strong
huge because
oak.
he, yeah,
Yeah. Nick is capable of moving a lot of weight. Now all he's done is just refined that. So
That's
But
what
you
I
he
know,
say.
has
Like
like
what?
that's what I say. I've
You know
had
who
that too,
actually
where I've
just
seen
popped
like people
into
doing
mind
those
now?
stupid fucking single lat on the cables, doing the lat pull downs on the cables, and
yeah,
then the single arm shit. And then I'd be like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Oh, because Hunter Labrada. I'm like, Hunter Labrada weighs fucking 300 pounds, dude. If he's doing it now, it's
yeah,
because he's refinement now. You know what I mean? He's
yeah,
done with the whole putting the meat on his frame. You know?
yeah.
And two things just popped into mind now, and they're not really related. But the first thing I'll
I'm
touch
gonna
on
carry I'm
is,
gonna carry on when you're done. I still have points on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
topic.
remember there
yeah.
was a video that came out like, I don't know, a year or two ago with David Lade and Chris Bumstead, and they were training back. And David
Oh
Lade was
yeah,
doing this.
I've seen that.
Yes.
I've seen that.
And David Lade was doing a set, and he stopped with like 5 reps in reserve. When Chris said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he said, "No, I'm
yes,
reserving. I'm reserving my energy for the rest of the workout." And Chris said, "Like, do you want to get big
That's why you
or
fucking small, bro.
yeah?" And then another one. So just for Chase touching on Nick Walker here being strong, I've seen a lot of reels now on my For You page with full heat, and he spoke about this on the Cutler cast. I mean, and listen, this guy's what, 7 time Mr. Olympia,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
I
He
saw
said that
this podcast.
he never lifted heavy, but
No,
Yeah.
I don't know if he went with RIR or not, but he didn't lift
No.
heavy ever.
No. What he said was this. Among people that he competed with, he was not as strong as the other people. So he didn't lift what they lifted.
yes,
So that's what was his thing. He lifted what he could lift. That's what he said. But he did say if he lifts the weight, he was not putting it back down or lightening it. He was going to finish. If he's finished at 4 reps, he's finishing at 4 reps. If he was finishing at 6, he was finishing at 6. But he was not reducing the weight after that.
Failure.
And
failure.
then Chase.
Ah.
So I remember now what we needed you for. Not managing fatigue and how that's going to translate to how you look on stage.
Not managing fatigue. Okay, wait. Can I finish the training discussion first quickly because I still have a couple
Yeah,
points
let's
in
just
that.
have his last say on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, there's a couple glaringly obvious fallacies with the RIR training. One, how many people do you know who can accurately gauge their RIR? I know some
I
top
can't.
level people who've been training for years, bro. I've been training since I was 14. That is what, 13 years of training experience. I still surprise myself where I get a rep
Yeah.
more than I thought I was going to, or 2 reps more.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
imagine someone who has 5, 6 years less of experience. They think they're going to failure. They're actually 2 reps in reserve. Now you're telling them train 3 reps in reserve. If the last 5 reps are the stimulating reps, they're getting fuck all stimulation.
Yeah,
And like the whole argument is that you can get an extra effective volume if you manage fatigue in the sets leading up to that. But it's like, if those last 5 reps are the stimulating reps, why does it matter if you get another set? Like if 8 of those reps aren't going to stimulate you, why the fuck are the extra 2 or 3? Why do they matter? I'd rather take 2 sets all out, get my 10 stimulating reps from those 2 sets and move on. To me, I feel
Yeah.
like if you're doing an extra 2, 3 sets, that's way more fatiguing than an extra 2 or 3 reps. Personally.
Yeah. I agree. Okay.
So I don't know. And to me, it's just, if you look at these studies, I feel like the training literature is probably the one out of all the principles in bodybuilding, is probably the one with the most holes in it. Like if you look at what some of the training literature said in the past, it's horseshit. It's not based on people that train hard. I did read a couple of the RIR papers in like the control groups and the conditions and stuff aren't bad, but it's, to me, if you're
not
not
accurate enough.
working, yes, if you're not working with the top athletes in the world, you're not getting an accurate representation of what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's why I feel like with any form of literature in this space, it needs to be taken with a pinch of salt and with a pinch of anecdote. Like people are very quick to write with anecdote, but it's like, as I said in that comment section that I got into it, if you look at 5,000 of the top bodybuilders in the last 50 years, they'll all tell you the same thing. They all train balls
Yeah.
to the wall. All the hardest workers rose to the top. So it's like, until such time as I see evidence against that, I don't see any reason to change my philosophy. And again, yes, there's going to be phases and stuff where you need to ease off the gas a little bit and you need to manage it. But for the most part, like when you're trying to grow and especially when you're trying to maintain muscle and prep, geez, bro, I want to be taking those steps all the way. Your body needs an
Wait.
incentive to keep that tissue.
Yeah.
Especially with
Wait,
Fuller.
were you commenting on the same person that Jonathan was fighting with? Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
Well, the dude trains like a wet wipe anyway, so I don't know why you guys even fucking entertained it.
Listen, bro, it's a tough one because he is a friend of mine. He's a good oak, but
He is a good oak. But and I
I
was
don't
going to
know.
bring up. Okay, so to bring up
That's all right, Matt. You're safe. It's okay.
to bring up Coach Callum now. I'll bring him up because he did the Coach Callum Pro IQ course. So all of his arguments are based on because Callum said it, therefore it's correct.
No, it's not.
And listen, listen. Coach Callum is not stupid. He coaches
Yeah.
One Punch. What's his name?
Nas, Naldon.
Yeah. Listen, he's not dumb. He like
Okay,
I would
wait.
have I would have
Can I
no
just chip in
issue
here?
with him coaching me.
Can I just chip
Yeah.
in here? I feel like Callum is one of the top 5 coaches in the world. Like in terms of
Yes.
being up to date
Yeah.
with stuff that's going on, not married to his method, stuff like that. He's definitely up there. I just don't feel that any one person's philosophies and things should be taken as the absolute gospel. It's like
Yes, I agree.
I've taken influence from 5 to 10 different people. Like John Meadows was probably my first major training inspiration.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
think he was right about everything, but I
Yeah,
took the bits that I liked, I implemented them, I tested them for periods. His programs are like the first fixed programs that I actually followed. So
Yeah.
take what you want, move on, try something else. Take what you want, move on, try something else. Just keep like trying.
Learning.
Yeah.
But that's the way that's one of the reasons I enjoy disagreements is because of the fact that like even the
Agreed.
4 of us sitting on this panel here, we'll have 4 different opinions about something, but I'm going to learn
Yeah.
something from the 3 of you. You know what I mean? That I'll use somewhere along the line with my clients. I'll be
And
like, oh,
also
wait a
Because to
minute,
vice
me,
versa.
this. Matt
yeah.
said this for that, and Jonathan said this for that. You know, that kind of thing. You know?
Because to me, very often it's not even the fact that you don't have the knowledge. You just didn't have that perspective. You just hadn't
Yeah.
thought about something in a certain way. And then someone
course.
says, and you're like, oh shit, actually, that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
And
That's
if
it, yeah.
I'm being honest, I'd say like currently speaking, I mean, obviously this could be subject to change. I'd say 90% or even more of my current training, the way I approach training and my training philosophy, I've learned from Chase. I've trained with Chase enough times to see how he trains. I've followed programs he's basically written for me. I do like to I enjoy more volume than Chase likes to prescribe.
Yeah.
But
I'm stingy.
other than that, I've learned how to train from Chase, and I can say that a lot of my physical growth has come from listening to Chase's advice on how to train. And I've taken that knowledge that Chase has passed down to me, and I've passed that down to my clients.
Yeah.
And I mean, Aris has no issue with the way I train. In fact, he agrees. So I mean, if even more so reason to just keep doing what I'm doing. I know it works for me. It's worked for Chase. I know it's worked for Dax, who I imagine Chase learned a lot from as well with regards to
Yeah,
training.
bro. Where's I trained
So,
together for 2 years? That's where I learned to haul ass.
so,
That's, yeah.
and also, So that's where I get the top set, the back offs, and every set is done to failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's, for me, I looked at, well, the rational way I went about thinking about it. Who probably didn't have the genetics to put on a stupid amount of muscle and who did? That's probably the person I want to be listening to. So a lot of my inspiration has come from Jordan Peters. Because like if you look at him, bro, that O shouldn't be that big. He doesn't have the genetics for that. Just by sheer fucking will, he's gotten there. So a lot of his training methodologies, like I resonate with because they make logical sense. Like it's the whole progressive overload, do slightly more than the last time, keep going sort of thing. So I've taken a lot of inspiration from him. Kuba Chillin, everyone probably knows as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him, Mountain Dog, Joe Bennett, phew,
John Jewett.
so many guys. John Jewett, big one as well.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
you just
John Jewett.
100%. But you take the elements that you like, you apply critical thinking to them, like, okay, how can this benefit me or how can I implement this? And then you roll with it and see what happens. Like, I feel like people are so afraid to try things nowadays and find out for themselves because they're scared of it being wrong. And it's like,
But you
you'll
got to
never know
experiment.
until you do it.
No,
You got to
100%.
well,
experiment.
I mean, I had a chat with Matt. What was it, about 2 weeks ago? I tried something different at the beginning of this year. It didn't work out for me. I'm not crying about it. I learned something from it, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I just went back to reset mode, and I'm enjoying training and everything all over again. You know, and it's working out for me great. But look, I had to take the plunge to learn.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like you've touched on a very critical element there that's also overlooked is enjoyment. You've
Yeah.
got to do what
Yes.
gets you in the gym and gets you excited
Yeah.
to train.
Yeah.
If that's high volume, high reps, whatever, have at it. If that's what
And do
gets
it
you
to
there and
failure.
busting your ass. Cool. Yeah, do it
Do
to
it to
failure.
failure.
No, we'll back off 5 reps before we put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Just
yeah,
running through a few more questions, and then we'll be done just now. Okay. Next one.
you wanted me to answer the fatigue question, the managing
Yeah.
fatigue
Go
in a
for that while
Yeah.
while I read this. Yeah.
prep setting. I think
I'm
that to
getting
me
juiced.
has been one of the big changes between some of the more old school coaches and the more new school style of coaching is the fatigue management. And I think we're seeing it in the quality of physiques that we bring to stage now and also in the health markets. I think in the more old school days, guys probably took a bit more of a beating. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of guys dropping off in their 40s and their 50s now because the
Yeah.
damage that was done earlier in their careers and obviously the duration of that damage. You're competing for 20 years, there's going to be some issues. But to me, it's
100%.
just like if you look back on preps, and I'm sure we can all speak from experience here, the preps where you went balls to the wall the entire time was probably actually the hardest fat loss prep that you had. Whereas the ones where you actually factored in fatigue and you took the rest when it was necessary, you ate a little bit higher calories now and then, generally those would have been easier. So to me, it's a no-brainer, but it has to be warranted. I feel like a lot of people also use it as an excuse just to not pussy out is a horrible term, but like just back off the gas a little bit. And it's
Yeah.
you've got to know when to push and when to pull.
Yeah.
Like now, for
Agreed.
example, like I no longer do stamel on rest days. I'll just do a lot of steps, and I can literally feel the day after that. Like I feel so much better. You
Yeah.
know, like just that alone.
Especially in your
That's-
legs. If you've already got a step count of like 15K plus and you're adding in the step more as well, your legs are taking a beating. Especially if you're an open category bodybuilder or classic physique or something like that and your legs play a role. I've got a client, Dylan. He will not touch the Stairmaster while I am in control because his legs will disappear. We've worked pretty hard this season to bring them up. So he just has treadmill. I won't let him on a Stairmaster.
I've actually allocated a day where I actually do fuck all, like no chasing steps, no cardio, no weight training, nothing, like a complete 100% rest day. And
An off
like,
season.
I feel it actually works really, really well. Yeah.
Have you tried that in a prep setting? I'm interested to know what your weight does the day
Yeah.
afterwards.
Bro, my weight doesn't move much in prep, eh? Like,
Is it?
if I lose 3 kilograms in a contest prep, I've done good.
But
Genuine?
also you,
What
but also you,
Yeah,
short.
Thomas is
So
like
it's-
that.
for you, you don't have to lose 10, 15. Like people like me, you chase don't have to drop much weight in prep. Like, thankfully, because of our height.
I
Yeah.
generally drop quite a bit, bro. I started prep at 90, 96 now. I'll probably get down to about 81, 82. So it's
You
quite a
are
bit.
so similar to me. I'm looking at dropping around 11 or 12 total.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
compared to Oaks, I have to drop 20 or 30.
Jesus.
Yeah. I suppose it's
Yes.
relative.
Wow.
But then
I
to
already
me,
still
half of the
drop
time, that's
30 easily.
mismatch.
30 or 35 for prep.
No, it can't be.
Ari's got his, I think, to like 130 or 140 in the off season. He's now at around nearly 120.
Yeah, I can't see he'll go a hell of a lot more than that. That's a lot of weight, bro.
That is a
I think
ton
he'll be
of
around
weight.
114 on stage.
I have a funny feeling though when you get up in that kind of weight, I think weight does just fall off you though.
Yeah.
At that up there where Armand
Well,
is. You know what I mean?
if you think about like that initial drop off being mostly glycogen and water, for someone who's a heavily muscled individual, you've got a lot more storage capacity than someone who's a bit smaller. Like take a Samson Dowder, for example. That could probably
Yes.
store, like he probably
Yeah.
drops off 5-6 kilos in the first week. Whereas for us, like a
That's what
one
I'm
or two
saying.
kilo
Yeah.
drop off is
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Big.
No,
Yeah.
I've learned really, really well how to actually manage body weights and for body fat to come down drastically, but my body weight to pretty more or less stay the same.
That's crazy. What type of composition do you start prep at? Are you like pretty
Uh,
close to striking distance or
I'm pretty much a hardy off season, bro.
okay? Makes sense.
Yeah, like I've
That's
got
still
fairly striated hamstrings and glutes in off season.
sure, I can't relate, bro. I love food too much.
That's Thomas. That
So
is
do I,
Thomas.
dude. I'm eating.
Yes. Have you always
Always.
naturally had a
That's where
fast
your
metabolism?
genetics
Like where
sits.
you
No, I had to be trained to be like this. When I first started working with Andrew, like back then, bro, I was fucking fat as fuck.
oh
Yeah,
really?
He
I'll
was.
never
He
allow
I
was.
just,
He
myself
was.
to, I'll never allow myself to lose my abs in off season.
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
fuck bro,
I,
you panic as soon as there's a film of water over there.
no, I
yeah,
do. Hey, like, and that's also something I need to learn now. Is just, I'm going to throw it out there, gents. I'm going to fucking hoy ment next year, and I know it comes with a lot of water. I know I'm just going to have to just suck it up and just because it's one thing that freaks me out. I'll tell you what freaks me out is that it's totally psychological. You diet your fucking ass off to get as peeled and as dry as you are when you get into those last final weeks of prep. So to see it start to fade, it's like for me, it's very depressing. Like it's
Okay,
I've
I
worked.
hear you. I hear you. Can I raise a suggestion? I
Mm,
feel like a lot of those mental shifts happen when you're outcome driven and not process driven. I feel like
yeah.
as soon as you start
Okay.
shifting to the mindset that, okay, this is the process that I need to go through to add tissue to better my stage look the next year, all of a sudden that perspective shifts a little bit because then it's less about the abs
100%.
and it's more about the package.
no,
Yeah.
I
for
found
sure.
that was something that helped me quite a bit.
But at the same time, adding body weight and adding tissue are two very different things. So obviously, subcutaneous water, it's one of those things, especially after show, like you are going to get water rebound. Um, and can that be managed? Absolutely. Should it be?
Yeah,
It
I don't
depends on
really get
the
water rebound.
it depends on the
Me too.
individual itself. Um, but at the same time, I don't see it. I don't see any reason why anyone, this is my opinion, why anyone should lose their abs completely in the off season. If they have shit ab
Okay,
genetics and they only really come out towards
okay.
the end, okay. But I don't think you should be going above 17, 18% in your off season
So
body fat.
I feel like Thomas touched on something that is relevant to this, and it's context dependent. It's like for someone who's done their first, second show, they're not really a heavily muscled person. Those abs are going to disappear pretty quickly. And I
Happened
also
to
don't
me.
think that's
Yep.
necessarily something to worry about. Like you've got to go through a
Yeah.
couple off seasons before you get to the point. If you
Yeah.
compare to like the pros now, most of them don't lose their abs in off season, even if they get
They
a little
don't.
bit fat. Why?
Yeah.
More
I was
muscle
about to
tissue.
say, I only started to experience my physique working like this when I started competing over 100 kilograms. That's the only
Yeah.
time I honestly started to experience that this was a lot harder to put on body fat than what it was before.
Because you got a lot more muscle tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muscle's an expensive resource. In terms of energy
Yeah.
expenditure, it's the best way to burn
Yeah.
calories. Just add more tissue.
Yeah.
So
Like
muscle.
I go out of my way to like train abs in the off season so that they're still there by the end of off
Oh,
season.
fuck that.
No,
yeah,
genuinely.
I'll give you.
I will say that's been a focal point for me as well. I've hammered my abs this off season and my whole waistline stayed a lot tighter because
Yeah.
last year it's something that's bothered me for a while because my midsection really, really like detracts from the whole look of my physique. Like it just makes me look blocky and the musculature wasn't really there. So that was really something that I tried to focus on, and especially like keeping it tight. So hopefully it pays dividends. We'll see in 10 and a bit weeks. But I can certainly notice a difference now as opposed to last year.
Okay. All right.
I was going to translate on stage.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
I do.
I feel like
Yeah,
it's
well-
also it's a mental thing as well. Like I hate training abs. It's the most boring thing in the world. So I feel like when you do that one thing that you don't want to do, it keeps you locked in with everything else as well. Whereas otherwise, like you let one thing slip, fucking everything goes off the rails, and
Start
next
snowballing.
thing you know,
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
next
Yeah.
thing you know,
Yeah.
you're eating KFC for supper every night. And
But Tommy, your second question was how to not gain fat in the off season, and I think the answer is pretty simple. You treat off season like you treat prep, and I feel that everyone coming out of show for the first maybe 2 or 3 months does exactly that, to at least to 80 or 90% degree,
yeah,
and then
and then you watch the decline.
Yeah.
and
There
then
goes.
and then we become comfortable. Then you go out to like a pre-drinks or to a bra. A booty roll or two goes in, a handful of chuckles. I know Chase likes his pretzels, his salt and vinegar pretzels from Woolies.
Bro, if I'm going to a
I
bra,
had
I'm
a
having a
packet
jab.
today, man.
I'm not
No,
pigging out,
like
but I'm going to have a jab. You know?
that's what I'm saying. Like the people who maintain a favorable body composition year round stick to their fucking diet, just as they were on prep.
Can I
And
tell you the biggest movers for me? Sorry to cut in. Fast food, alcohol.
Yeah.
If you can limit those two,
Yeah.
already you're going to see a significant difference. I made a rule 2 years ago after a show. If I was going to have a eating out or something like that, it had to be restaurant grade quality. It had to be from like a good place. And during the off season, like I was having an off plan meal every week. I was having a burger or a steak or nachos or something like that. And it didn't touch diets. Whereas the previous time, I was eating a lot of KFC and a lot of this and a lot of that. And then you watch the body fat come on.
but Burger King, that
So,
extra long chili cheese once in a while does smack very
yeah.
hard.
I haven't had BK in like 3 years now.
Dude, I had 5 guys like fucking, what was it, 3 weeks ago?
Oh, Five
But
Guys
I
is
feel like
nice.
Five Guys is an exception. Dude. Five Guys is
It's
cool all the
a-
time.
was a jab.
Five Guys is
In
so
and out,
fucking
bro.
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had that
never
with
tried
Andrew in
it.
the States.
Never
Felt so
tried
yeah,
it.
he
fucking
told me
guilty
about
sitting
it,
there
yeah.
watching him eat me have a burger.
Taco Bell's coming to SA.
No way.
Probably
Really?
fucking Joburg in Cape Town.
2030, but it's coming.
Oh, for goodness sake.
2030.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
It's
We'll have a
coming.
sky rail in Cape Town by then.
There's one just
Yeah.
down the road here.
It's good. I've had it. It's good. It's good. When they put Fritos on the.
I haven't had it yet. Even though it's here, I haven't had it.
No, it's delicious.
I haven't had
It's
Taco
Is
Bell.
your Tom, is your thing Five Guys? Is that your go-to?
No, actually, funny enough, I still enjoy, if we're
Homemade
talking about
stuff.
fast food chains, still, funny enough, still enjoy Burger King and McDonald's. But, like, Five
Really?
Guys
But-
is nice. Yeah.
Five
like, I
Guys
like to
is
try
so
different
good.
Tom
restaurants.
eats more home stuff though.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'd like to try different restaurants. So I'll go and like try like a restaurant and see what they like dishes, and then go to different
See,
restaurants and try something.
that's what I enjoy as well. Because it's also the
Yeah.
experience, not just about the food.
Have you had-
Like it's a
have you had Shake
culinary
Shack, Tom?
experience.
Have you had
It's also
Shake
a
Shack?
mental switch off.
Yeah.
Between Shake
like-
Shack and Five Guys, they pack easy 1.5K into those burgers, and it goes down in 5
I don't
minutes.
care. It's delicious.
It's
I
so
ate it
good.
and I ate it and didn't give a fuck. Woke up the next day and continued with my diet and the rest of my life.
I remember I was in London last year, and I went to Five Guys, and I had like a triple cheeseburger and they give you a lot of chips, eh?
Yeah.
And that triple
They just load your
cheeseburger,
bag, right? You can't even find your burger.
it's
Oh.
that is well over 1,000 calories.
I
And
ask you,
over
must
like and
close to 3,
100
man.
close to 100
Especially
grams
that
of
milkshake
fat.
alone must be 1.5.
And it went down
Jesus.
so quickly, and it was so good. I went to get another one, and then that went down just as quick. And if it wasn't so fucking expensive, I would have gotten a third, because it's so easily digestible, and it's so
wasn't that
greasy
expensive.
and so good. Listen, when you're paying in
Conversion.
rands, it's not
Conversion.
cheap.
I have to bust these balls about it.
I don't know. No, you didn't.
All right, let's go for one more topic and then we'll get out of here. Red flags and online coaching.
Oh,
Should we start? Should we start with? Should we start with the nation of fitness or? Okay.
yeah, the
Thomas, you
headquarters.
started this.
Red flags and online. Fuck. Where to start? No, coaches putting clients on gear without blood work analysis.
There we go.
That is, I'd say, the biggest red flag in online coaching. If a coach approaches you and offers you cheaper rates than what your current coach is paying you, sell yourself. Fucking say why you charge what you charge and what makes you a more premium coach. If
I
you're
don't
gonna go
budge on
and
My
that,
coach,
mate.
best is when Oaks
You
DM
can't
you
afford
and
me,
say,
fuck
"Oh,
off.
come
What a
to me.
joker.
I'll have your coaching." I'm like, bro,
if
leave
you're
me
gonna go,
alone.
if you're gonna go and poach someone, which I thoroughly disagree with, at least
Yeah.
poach them fucking properly.
Yeah,
Don't go and offer them cheaper rates.
like fuck off.
Like, why must I go get? Okay, no, I was going to use a very derogatory thing here, but I'm not going to. I'll say it on WhatsApp afterwards.
WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
WhatsApp us
But
now.
okay, I'll WhatsApp it now.
Okay, Tom,
Okay, Matt.
Tom, give us two of
No, Matt,
yours
you,
in the meantime while Jono types.
Matt, yours.
Me.
Yeah. Give us 2 or
Fuck.
3 red flags.
Biggest red flag is if another coach DMs you and saying, "Oh, I can coach you better," stuff like that, and their rates, and like they have no background of you, just because they see you training with a certain coach that they probably dislike. They think they can just grab you and take you.
I think
I
that
think
was a
nobody has
story
the,
of mine you replied to the other day.
I
Like, it
think
was
now
the
nobody has
same
the
one.
fucking balls to DM me for poaching. Coach me.
And then also like another thing is like, I know certain coaches have used plans, the same plans for all their clients backstage. And it's a cookie cutter carver. And
Oh,
we're all
yeah.
different athletes, we're all different bodies, but they're all on the same fucking carver. I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck sakes.
I remember
Sorry,
at
I
my
just want to
first.
touch on that. Remember at NPC African, it was you,
Me.
Dio, Christelle, Sias, and
Yes.
myself. And all 5 of us had different fucking meals every
Yes.
meal. How crazy is that?
I
All
think
same coach though.
I had rice cakes. I think you had pineapple.
I had mine was the cream of rice, but I was using that mealy meal stuff, the cream of rice, pineapple,
Yes.
and ostrich. Yeah.
CS had pineapple and something else.
Yeah. And then Christelle had the wheat bix and the chicken.
Yes.
Wheat bix and chicken backstage.
Yeah. She's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Wheat bix.
That is an interesting one.
I love wheat bix. I would do a cream of rice, but okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, cream of
But like,
rice.
I remember at the first show, and I'm not going to mention. I'll write it. I'm going to write it on the group quickly so we all know who it is. Okay. So at the first show I ever did, I was standing.
I agree with that name. I've heard it
I
before.
was,
Bro,
I
you
was
should have just used
standing-
this. I would have said this.
because you're being recorded. I was standing in line.
I want the prozzies.
For
What's wrong with that?
no, the second
No,
second
the-
No,
one
fuck the
who-
second guy. Yeah.
who the coach is. I'm standing in line for tanning, and we're talking. Yo, you well done for getting through prep. So what are you guys busy doing? They're eating the same meals, gram for gram. They had met each other now for the first time that day. Same coach. The exact same meals, the exact same water, the exact same salt.
Brew, listen, that
They
is
don't
how
look the
good
same. They don't weigh
is
the
how-
same.
that is how good of a coach he is, Brew. He gets his athletes' meals to sync up. That is next level
Yeah.
coaching.
That's it. That's it. Exactly.
And the one athlete's probably
Mind
like
muscle
100
connection,
kilos, the
bro.
other one's like,
Yeah.
like 10.
So,
Like-
so it's copying and pasting plans. And then I know, like with and this I'll say no scam as well. The Nation of Fitness, I was sent, peak week protocols.
Who the fuck are they?
who's they?
Dandelion and vitamin C, 3 pills a day each. Nothing to do with salt, nothing to do with, and this was the scam to send this out on a PDF document.
Just
Like a
take a
2
fucking
llama.
Aldactone.
Like that.
It's not coming
Like-
up for me.
No, nothing to do with sodium there. Nothing to do with water. Just 3 dandelion a day. 3 vitamin C. That's going to get you very dry on peak week, isn't it? While nothing else is being managed. And I can actually say, like, the vitamin C's and the dandelions work. I do it myself. Do they work like as well as Adcoretic or Dacto? No, but they do what they're meant to do if you know how to use them properly. And it really isn't that complicated. Any 5-year-old can go on ChatGPT and see how to use them effectively in a peak week setting. But it's the giving out gear without blood work analysis. I had a guy come to me and
Yeah, that kills me.
he asked me to coach him 9 weeks out from Shea Best, which is in 2 weeks' time. And I asked him, what is he currently doing? He's imagine running 5 milligrams of Arimidex a week at 9 weeks out. And I said, is your estrogen fucked? Like what? Why are you on this much? He says, no.
Jokers.
I'm like, did you do blood work? He says, yeah. I said, send it
5
to me.
milligrams.
The blood work said ALT, AST, EGFR. I said, bro, where's your E2?
Oh no, you sorted.
Why do you need 5
Clean bill
milligrams
of
of
health.
Arimidex? Like, I'm just thinking, what the fuck? Like,
I'm so curious what information that actually gave him. Like, is that
Yeah.
doesn't even tell you if your liver's fucked. Like, if you can pull your liver stuff,
Yeah.
at least pull it correctly.
I don't
Jeepers.
even see. You guys tell me what you think here. I don't even see a point in pulling ALT and AST. Just check GGT.
Not really. Yeah. So the thing is, ALT and AST are just leakage enzymes. So it does show you that damage is being done at some point. So ALT is liver specific. It's mostly found in the liver. AST is found in a lot of tissue around the body. But it's like GGT is literally the only one you need to monitor, really.
Yeah.
I still think they can give good information. Like if you're in the 500s, 600s, and GGT is still fine, I would still be like, okay, maybe some structural damage is being done here. So I do think they can be useful, but I think it's more a red flag than a actual check.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if you see some sort of like if the GGT score is out a little bit, then I would ask for the other two to kind of see exactly what's going on with those two, and then from there see what we can do to remedy it. I'm fucking up my English.
Yeah, because a lot of those panic. They see AST and LTs flipping high, and it's like, okay, did you train the day before you pulled bloods? Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Go look
like
at your
2 hours
creatine
before the
kinase, and
bloods.
it's probably sky high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What do you
find a
think
lot of
about
people-
coaches competing against their athletes every single show?
Okay, wait. So we're going away from the blood work topic now, because I actually feel like that's something that people can get some
I
value
feel a
on.
lot of athletes don't
Let's
like
shut
to
up
do
that
blood
one.
work.
It's not blood work, yeah.
That I agree with. That's a
They
that's a
shy
prerequisite
away
for me.
from it. They're like, oh no.
I want.
I just don't understand it.
It's in my client onboarding form. It literally says if you're planning on taking PEDs, you're doing blood work. Otherwise, you're not being coached by me.
I've
Like-
not updated
like NPP,
any plans
like-
for
Wait,
one of my
Jonathan, wait.
clients.
Matt, what were you going to say there?
Me.
Yeah.
So one of my clients have asked for it's like week 6 now. I'm still waiting for his blood work. And I said to him, new plan or diet or anything will be done until I see your new blood work. He's every day is a new excuse. I got too busy yesterday. If you don't want to be, he's already paid, so it doesn't bother me. But if
And
you're
the
not
worst
going
thing
to
is,
progress, because next year when it comes to a show that you want to get on stage again, then the blood work comes. Then we've left months out of off season because you want to be a little scared little bitch because you haven't gone to the doctor to get a couple of vials taken to see what's happening in your body. So what are you actually scared of?
You waste your own time because you need to take 2 to 3 days off of training before you go and pull that blood work. So it's like, do you just perpetually take days off before you go and do your markers? Like, you've got a plan for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But they're so stupid. They think, if I go do bloods, I'm going to pick up something. The doctor's going to pick up something. I'm like, I'm not going to pick up if you got fucking AIDS.
I don't think it is that. I think it's more of a thing of like they're in denial of what is
The
like.
outcome
Maybe
could
they
be.
think they're okay, but they're in denial because they've been either doing something more than what you've given them, or
Tom,
it's a case of like.
I honestly think that's the nail on the head. I feel like
That
ignorance is
second
bliss.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ignorance
Thomas
is
said, I'll
bliss.
take 1 mil. No, let me take 4.
I've caught many of people out. I'd be like, "Were you taking this?"
I don't even know
"No."
if it's that
I'm like,
good.
"How did this?" And then I'm like, "How did this get this high?" And then they're like, "Oh no, I don't know." naturally like that. I'm like, your last blood work didn't say so.
Naturally like that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel it's
want to
more.
ask you guys. I want to ask you guys. When you're reviewing blood work before you put a client on cycle, what would you say are the first markers you actually look at? Because for me personally, I want to look at
Liver.
so GGT, APOB, cystatin C. I look at those, and then I look at straight away. I look at E2 and prolactin
Why?
You look at, sorry?
because
No, what
I
did you
don't
say you
want
look at?
E2 and
GG. So
prolactin.
the
Oh,
first
E2 and
five I
prolactin,
look
yeah.
at are
Yeah.
GGT, cystatin C, APOB, and then E2 and prolactin. And the reason why I look at E2 and prolactin is because, for example, I think, if you want to put someone on a 19 nor, you need to know whether it's safe to do so
Yes.
or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, if someone's got scar high prolactin, I don't believe in adding in other drugs to counteract the effects of other drugs if that effect can just be avoided in the first place. So
Who's this guy?
why add something like a Caber or a pramipexole, which are still, they're not good for you. Like if you can just not take NPP or
Where's Jonathan? Who the fuck are you, bro?
no, but like
Because this is
you
not the
know,
way he would have spoke last year or the beginning of this year.
so
I like this what
Because
I'm
it's
hearing
on the
from him.
podcast.
so
It's on the podcast
so
where you can boost his coaching.
Okay.
Let's chat on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's up?
I'll give an example. I have a client now. He's currently on prep, but I had him in off season earlier this year, and I had him run bloods, and his prolactin was scar high. So instead of putting him on, I don't trust the primo he could have gotten. So instead of doing test mast NPP, I said, cool, we're going to go do test EQ and mast.
Okay,
And
wait, why
then I
was
had
his
him
prolactin scar high?
listen as he joined me. Like everything else was in range. His TSH, a T4, T3. So nothing that would have really set it off was. He had been off cycle for so long. I just think he has
Was he on
genetically high.
like antidepressants or something like that? Because that'll also elevate
Not a,
prolactin.
no.
I was gonna say, what was these other drugs he
I
was taking?
I do ask if you're on any current medication. So I also look to see are you on any SSRIs or anti-anxiety?
Because so many
Then I
times
wouldn't add an EQ.
I've gotten the client's labs and I've been like, well, that looks fucking weird. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, what else are you taking that you're not telling me? Oh, I'm on this antidepressant, I'm on this sleep medication,
Yeah.
I'm on this, I'm on that. So I'm like, well, bro, that's what it means when I say, please let me know everything. Because
Yes.
otherwise I get a little
Nonetheless,
panic.
like,
Because you think what
like,
you're giving him is making all those go up.
Yeah.
it's nonetheless like prolactin for me is a big thing and estrogen is a big thing. I didn't know if it is okay to put you on a 19 or not, and if we need to have AR management on hand in case or not.
Yeah, I feel like the estrogen thing you can normally gauge, especially if it's someone's first cycle. I don't think I'd
Yeah.
let someone run a first cycle from a very high point of body fat. I'd rather diet first and then sort of get a rebound off of that. Because it's like, bro, if you think about it logically, you put someone in 250 test and they're already 35, 40% body fat. That is aromatizing
Estrogen will go up.
majority of that. You're not getting benefits. So I'd rather like diet them down first and then push up from there. But prolactin, if someone's on a 19 nor, I'll check it. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it's really in my routine blood work unless someone's on an antidepressant or something. Then I just want to see where it's at. But prolactin in males is between 0 to 1. Is it peg pummel, pummel, one of those? So it's never really elevated. Obviously, a 19 nor will push it up.
Yeah, I don't see the point in doing it then.
What, the 19 nor?
Yeah.
No. I still want a full panel. Whether you've been taking drugs or not, I still want a full panel of everything because they'll give me like a whole history of the person. Well, not the whole history, but like what is going on with him. Because obviously, remember, those drugs don't only affect those panels specifically. They can affect them in other things as well. So that's why I just prefer a whole panel. And then from there, see after implementing the drugs, what has changed since then.
Do you want a sperm sample as well?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, the only problem I feel like with people with blood work is budget's obviously a very big thing. So I sort of try and A lot of guys I'll
Yeah.
send for a more basic panel first, and then if there's something that rings an alarm bell, then I'll send for a more specialized
Yeah,
look.
no, of course. Within range, of course. That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
going to go and send them fucking, you know what I mean? IGF
X
testing
to
and
Z.
growth hormone
yeah.
level testing and all that stuff. You know
Because
what I
like
mean? Like,
here I did a pretty wide array of labs about a month ago, and that was about 4.5 grand.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I did one the other day. It
But
was like
personally,
five
for
and a half.
myself, I get a full fucking panel. I think I've sent it to Jonathan. It's like 2 pages, like of ticking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What do
No,
you
see,
check for
I
like
would, I would,
Bilharzia and shit as well, bro, just to make sure.
I won't lie to you.
Just-
Andrew's very like good at asking for simple blood work samples, but like he'll once in a while ask for a full panel. But then
Yeah.
like every 3 to 6 months he'll ask for like simple little panels. So
So
it doesn't
my
cost
my
a lot for me.
I do the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
So my mandate is generally one big panel a year, and then 2 to 3 monitoring ones in between.
Yes.
And especially like you
That's
can
it.
see with clients, certain things are a problem. For example, one guy's cholesterol is elevated, so you'll pull out the APOs like routinely throughout the year just to check what's going. One guy's is
Yeah, pretty much.
blood thickness or something. You can just pull hematology now and then. So
Yeah.
you can sort of like spot and then save them bucks in that sense. But yeah, first time you obviously want a full picture. But
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't understand like how guys will get a client and they'll be like, hey, we're gonna run this and this. And
Without
they
checking
haven't
anything.
looked
Yeah.
at they haven't looked at anything. It's like you're
No, they don't
pissing
care,
in the
bro.
dark, bro.
They probably
don't
even
care. They
looked
just
at a
want some money.
photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or they'll
it's the
tell you
same
because
thing. Like,
this drug builds muscle and this drug does that. And it's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah. Because ChatGPT said this.
yes. Bro,
listen,
I feel like
listen up. People are very quick to take shots at coaches who use ChatGPT. I actually give my hats off to coaches who give a fuck enough to go and look at ChatGPT. It means they aren't just being blind. They
I was
actually
about to
are
say.
growing and
Okay,
double
wait.
checking themselves.
So yes, I agree. I think we've opened a can of worms here. So
Yeah, we have. Whoa.
my issue here is, bro, don't get me wrong. I love AI. I have used AI
Yes.
extremely effectively for studying. Like it's made me a hell of a lot smarter. But there are people who will check something on chat and then speak with authority on the matter without knowing the downstream ramifications of what they're talking about. That is a
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Well, you see
that's
it in the
correct.
fucking classes when they're
It's
doing their
done.
little promotion and whatever they get there and they're reading their,
Yeah.
you should take nandrolone because of this, and that. But you can see the
Yes.
fucking
Hey,
white
we're
note.
both
Yeah,
wearing
no
glasses.
problem.
We know knowledge, eh?
Yeah.
Jonna, it's that principle that I told you about, the Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically,
Yeah.
where someone learns a little bit about a concept and thinks that they
Don't know
know
anything.
everything about it because they
Yes.
don't know how much they don't know. That
Yes,
is,
Isn't that a
that's it.
narcissist?
Yeah. But also, Jonathan, what you're saying, yes, I would
I agree.
prefer somebody to read up, to ask a question on ChatGPT and get an answer from it than to just wing it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
However,
Correct.
the other problem is it's how you ask that question is the other thing. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
guys
I'll
use
be like,
Claude, eh?
is nandrolone okay for Chase? It's going to tell me like, yes, okay, but he's got these side effects. But if I'm like, Chase is an
Yeah.
open bodybuilder and he's got this problem and this problem and he's, you know, this is how much calories on, it's going to give me a different answer. You know what I mean?
But my
I
thing
mean,
is
listen,
also
like,
if you don't wait, sorry, just last thing on this. If you don't understand a topic to a point that you're having to ask ChatGPT, you should probably not be advising your clients in that either. Like
Yeah.
it's just say to them,
100%.
listen, I don't know, I'm gonna go and upskill and I will get back to you. Sort of thing.
I
Like
agree.
I
I
feel
do
like
that. I'm
there's
like, let me
a
consult Oracle.
yeah, because of the industry that we're in now, and because of the environment that things are in, people are so afraid to not know the answer because you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
someone's going to hop onto the next coach or something like that. I'll be the first
Yeah.
one to admit if I don't know something, and to me that's exciting because now I have a learning opportunity. Like
Yeah.
if I don't know
Also,
something,
your
there's a
client
gap
will
that
go,
I can
shit,
fill.
he actually takes care of what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
If you say to the client, sorry, I don't know that, but I'll go read up and get back to you,
yeah,
means that actually he's telling you the truth and not trying
honestly,
to bullshit you because he
Yeah.
wants 1,500 Rand from you or
yeah.
whatever the amount is.
Because dude, so many times I've heard
200
someone
euros or
speak with
nothing less.
authority, like someone speak with authority on a topic, and I'm like, you actually have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
And that's the
And
thing.
it's
Like, I
people's
can
health.
say that I'm confident in the stuff that I know. However, I'm very open to learning and to be corrected where I'm off. And it happens all the time where I'm, corrected and I learn things all the time. That's the only way you'll get better at this.
But it's the only way. Like I consider a day that I don't learn something new a slow day. Like
Yeah.
you have to be continually upskilling and learning. No one knows everything. Like if you
Yeah.
ask someone like AJ Sims, like who's probably one of the most knowledgeable coaches in the industry, how much he still has to learn. I'm willing to tell you he'll be like, I know almost nothing in the grand scheme of things. Because
Yeah,
the more
100%.
educated and the more skilled you get, the more you realize you don't know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of guys just they don't have the knowledge to realize how big their gaps are.
Yeah.
And then they get shown up
No, of course.
later.
Yeah. Right. Last question. Are you eating foot or are you eating ass?
Ass.
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 Is that even a question, bro? It has to be ass.
No, it's so funny that you brought this up, Tom. That
Where are
like
you going with this, bro?
Yeah. What
we
the
have
fuck, Thomas? That's the question I got. That's it.
so me and Chase have like this little group at German. There's 3 of us, and
Like human
um,
centipede shit.
yeah. So
Don't
usually,
out us on the podcast like that, bro. Fuck.
so usually his name. Oh,
He just agrees.
I train with him quite a lot, and we look, and there's a lot of talent at Greenpoint, and but like there's a lot. Okay, so like I'd say like 50% of our conversations, you're talking about lekker restaurants in Cape Town, and the other 50% we're talking about check 3 o'clock, check 12 o'clock,
You better
check
hope his
1:50.
fiance doesn't see this podcast, bro.
And then Chase came to us. He's like, "Can you fuckers be any more obvious? Like, just you looking straight there,
Bro,
she can see."
bro, these two are training like across from me. I'm in the corner doing ab crunches or whatever. And I'm looking, bro, and both of these O's are there. I'm like, guys, fuck. And these two switches. One. Jeez.
Okay, cool. So basically, what we can summarize from this podcast, right, is that
Oh God.
Matt's going to lose all his clients tomorrow at the gym. He's going to get there. He's going to be no clients. Jonathan's lost all the people buying his supplements. And also, he's going to get an ass whooping at the gym tomorrow.
Yes.
And you know what?
And
Thomas
train
is
to
all
failure.
safe in fucking Ireland.
I'm safe here.
Can I actually say something that I learned yesterday? And you don't tune me, but this is actually about gear, but it's still something that I learned. So apparently,
Jono, this is a safe space, brother.
so
Yeah.
primobolan, apparently 200 milligram per mil is unhealthy for you compared to the 100, because primo is meant to come in a 100. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not so. So the 200s, and this is from some like an IFBB pro who gets his stuff home brewed. They all home
Homebrewed gear. That's wild.
no. Like they get it sent off for testing. I said, "Do you
Like the
sell?"
old
Because I get
parabolan
stuff.
tablets.
So I get stuff sent from the UK here, and he says no because it's like the whole process just takes so long. But primo. So you have to get obviously the raws, and you have to like dissolve it in the MCT or peanut, grapeseed oil, whatever you're
reconstitute.
using. So like if you're putting like a sugar in a tea, like if the sugar is too big, it's going to struggle to dissolve. Okay, so to get that primo, that the 200 you want to dissolve in the solution, you have to be using other solvents, which apparently is like a body considers a poison, and it is unhealthy for you.
Oh, that's why my ass looks like a hockey ball.
You still doing glute shots?
Nah, I'm joking. I wonder then if it doesn't do anything to the efficacy of the dose as well. Because I would think that if you trigger an immune response from your body, obviously wherever you inject, that oil is slowly leaking out of that injection site, right? But if you trigger an immune response and it sends all its white blood cells and shit to fight it, I wonder if maybe it sort of neutralizes the actual the gear, like the raw compound, not the ester.
I'm not sure about that. But I've taken one thing out of this. I think Jonathan's going to go into making steroids now.
Yeah, structure labs, bro.
No
Structure
relation.
lab.
No relation.
Oh, you braver than me, bro.
Yes. Well, one of our mates actually fucking made juice back at varsity. Made bottles of trend of like 200 mils a bottle.
Was that with the tablets? And then he crushed them up and mixed it.
Yes.
Fuck, that's OG, bro.
They were getting the rules because they knew a
Yeah,
chemist
you
from,
get.
they were in varsity in PE. And they knew a chemist that was importing the stuff from overseas to here.
But I think at that point you could get a veterinarian license for it. Like the vets would import it
Yes.
because they used it on the bulls and shit. That's
So he was
crazy.
making
It's like,
Tring,
it's like the old
Winstrol,
ivermectin.
Echo. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that to talk about it, bro. I
Yeah,
just know there
myself
was the
too.
craze during COVID.
That's
I
it,
didn't
yeah.
inject
I
it.
actually never took that stuff.
No.
I remember something like that. Not from the podcast. I remember. I think it was an article I read or something of the sort. But that was back then, like
Yeah,
during all
I
the
don't know if
pandemic and
Yeah.
chaos.
Joe Rogan and Mel Gibson are the forefront researchers of cancer
Yeah.
science.
Yeah,
So,
or much of anything else.
listen, I firmly believe that there must be a cure for cancer out there. You can't tell me with all of
There
the
is.
technology and medical
There is
science we have available to us. Like,
100%. No, let me tell you
no,
something.
The pharmaceutical
There are
companies
cures
want to
for
make
these
money.
drugs. I mean, for these illnesses, right? The
yeah,
problem is, pharmaceutical companies will make more money having you coming back every
100%.
week or every month for your prescription of this thing than to give you this
Yep.
once-off tablet that fixes things.
Yep.
Correct.
Whenever there's financial incentive, there's fuckery. Like it
Yeah.
just is what it is.
That's it. All right, guys, let's end it there. Thank you
Jen,
for
sorry
coming
about my
on.
Wi-Fi, but it is fixed now,
2
so
weeks
I'll
time.
be better for the next one.
All right, guys.